All right, so in this video, I want to talk about why appointment setting is the easiest way to make 10K, 5K per month online. And what it really just comes down to is the learning curve and the skill that's actually required. See, when I say appointment setting is the easiest way to make 5 to 10K per month online, I don't mean that it's easy. What I mean is it's the easiest in comparison to what's being taught out there, right? The direct, parallel to appointment setting is remote sales closing, which is remote closing. Now, remote closing is not easy at all because remote closing, you have to actually close the deals. You need to learn the skill of influence, the skill of psychology, the skill of being able to negotiate and convince people. And I've been a closer. I've lived that life of sitting on on the computer convincing people to buy 10, 15, $25,000 masterminds, coaching programs, invest, in marketing services, in lead generation services. I've done all of that. I've sold the done for yous. I've sold the coaching, the masterminds. I've sold all of that. And so what I've come to realize is that appointment setting is where the real freedom's at, because the learning curve's smaller, it's easier to do, it gives you more flexibility. You don't need to sit in one place and just, hey, what's going on, John? And then talk to the prospect, and now you're stuck there and you can't move from your desk. Rather, things like DM appointment setting allow you could I've been at Walmart, right? And at Walmart I've seen I'm just sending out DMs to prospects, so I can do that. And so that's the first thing. It's the actual real flexibility that people talk about when they talk about make money online. The only other, skill kind of where I see that flexibility is copywriting and email marketing, and I'm very upfront about that because I have friends in the copywriting space, I have friends in the email marketing space. Those are the only other people that I see have a similar level of flexibility. I'm very honest about that, right? So that's maybe something you could look into if you're really interested in flexibility as like a non-negotiable. Then on the other hand, when you compare appointment setting to some of the other things that you could be doing online, after we move past the learning curve and we move past you know the flexibility that it gives you, the third thing is the barrier to entry. It's like you don't need to learn so many things and then you start seeing results. No, I've seen people in 4 weeks they start making money. I've seen people within 6 weeks they start making money. And it's a great stepping stool into other businesses. A lot of my friends who are successful at other businesses, they started off as appointment setters. Like I have a friend who runs a marketing agency. He used to be an appointment setter. His marketing agency right now makes $150,000 a month. Right? That's 7 figures a year. That's in profit, by the way. That's not revenue. That's pure 150K in profit. And so, another one of my friends, he's one of the biggest back-end managers for one of the leading course sales people who sells courses. And again, he started off as an appointment setter. He joined that course seller's team as an appointment setter. He stayed on the team for a long time, and now he's become this next back-end operational manager, and he's become the right hand of that guy. And so those are just two examples, but I could give you over a dozen. And so what it really comes down to is like, where do you want to see yourself, right, in terms of the next 5 years, 7 years? And you should learn a skill, okay, that is easy barrier to entry. You can start making money and you can start seeing results quickly, because here's the thing, all these business models that you're hearing about, e-com and starting your own agency and doing this and doing that, if you, instead of learning a skill, you run after a business model, it's going to take you a long time to see results. And what happens is you give up on that and then you move to the next thing, and then you give up on that and you move to the next thing. And a lot of you will relate to what I'm saying, because I've done that. I jumped from one thing to another, and guess what? I wasted years. But when I stuck to one thing, which was sales, I started seeing money come in and I started seeing results. So at the end of the day, the takeaway here is stick to one thing, appointment setting all the way, learn a skill, and then build a business model around that. I learned appointment setting, I built an appointment setting agency, and the rest is history. All right. Again, if you want to become an appointment setter, link is in the description. Book a call. I'll speak to you soon. Let's make some money. Peace.